I don't think this. My statement would kind of dissipate. Without Bosch, I don't think they beat Cleveland. I don't think they give Cleveland a run, really. Because I think he's kind of a key to their success against Cleveland.
Okay.
I'll say this. I think that they could give Toronto some heartbreak without Bosch. But I don't think they could. I don't think they do well against Cleveland.
Mark, to me right now, Miami's still the fourth best team in the East. I don't think they're better than Toronto. I think they're borderline fighting with Boston. Am I crazy that I think they're fourth in the East right now? Better team.
For me, I think they're number 2. So I'm not going to say crazy because I'm just like they're number 2, and that's slightly, right?
Okay.
I don't think they challenge Cleveland, and the only reason I don't think so is that I think they can get Whiteside in trouble, foul trouble, really fast. And once he's out the game, it's open
it's a field day
in the paint.
No Maurice Stoudemire?
If they had a guy that could back up Whiteside, that could do some of the things that he does, I think Miami would have a chance with their perimeter unit. But it's Whiteside or bust. Once he's out the game, you really can take it really really hard to him in the paint, and it's going to be tough, for them really to get out of that spot against Cleveland.
It's interesting because Miami, I said in preseason, was the one team that can beat Cleveland in a 7-game series, and I still believe that.
Not without Bosch, though.
Without Bosch, it's going to be almost impossible. But I say this one thing. Gordon Dragic's game in the last month or so since Bosch has been out, I hope Heat fans could give this guy a mulligan for the first 3 months of the season because the last month or so, Dragic has played every bit like a max player at that position that you possibly can give at a Gordon Dragic.
This is what they signed him for. I mean, this is what they were expecting.
Chris
when
Bosh
they signed
insurance?
him. Well, no, this is what they signed him. When they signed him, they were expecting this type of player, and he hasn't been up until now. He's playing well now, which is great for them. I mean, it's showing. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Best winning streak in the NBA right now at 5. So, I mean, the Heat are moving in the right direction, but I don't think that the way they're built right now without Bosch, I don't think they're a contender.
Speaking of the right direction, it's reported that Dwight Howard is directionally interested in signing with the New York Knicks. Now, guys, I know, Dwight Howard, New York, it just seems like it's a fairy tale made in journalism heaven. Here's a question, though. Is Dwight Howard actually a good sign for the New York Knicks? Paul, what do you think?
Conditionally. You would have to keep Melo. Obviously. I mean, Dwight needs another guy. He can't do it himself. You'd also have to get a point guard like Conley.
Okay.
All right. Now we're starting to build a fantasy basketball lineup, aren't we? So you also have to move Lopez. All right. I think Porzingis works fine with Howard. I don't think that's a bad pairing. You'd have to move Lopez, and ideally you'd like to get a shooting guard back somehow. So the tricks would be to fill out the roster while getting Howard. You'd have to get rid of Lopez and still fill out the roster. I think it's going to be a lot trickier than Dwight wanting to be here, so we bring him here. I think it's trickier than that. Do I like the fit, though? Ideally, it could work.
407-482-3776 is the number to check in with us tonight and give us your opinion on Dwight Howard, the New York Knicks, the Orlando Magic, and so on and so forth. Question about the Orlando Magic, since I just mentioned the Magic a second ago. We played a game last week called Who Would You Rather Have? And Mark, I'm going to let you go first with this one. And this one's involving Orlando Magic player because these guys are both play the same position. They're both very young and extremely talented. At this point in the game, we've watched Aaron Gordon for the last month transition his game, take away the game against Phoenix because that was just bad. But look at him over the last month. I mean, he's been the best player with the Magic right now, over the last month. Here's a question. Who would you rather have, Aaron Gordon or Kristaps Porzingis at this point in time right now? Mark?
No, I'm taking Porzingis. I'm one of the firm believers that I think Gordon's playing out of position. I thought his best development was at the small forward when he was doing it in college. Now they made him a full-time power forward, and I think he'll be pretty good there, but, he won't be the player that I think he could have been. So, and Porzingis is almost a natural. I already said that, he probably, could have been the top pick in the draft, him along with Towns. Porzingis' upside is huge. he's going to end up being a 20-10 guy, and I don't know if Gordon will get there. So I'll take Porzingis.
Paul, who would you rather have?
Porzingis. I don't even need to give that much.
It's not even close?
No. I like Gordon. But, again, Mark made the perfect point. It's the fit at that position. Porzingis is naturally a fit at power forward, where I think Gordon is a bit of a tweener. But I love the way he's playing right now. Listen, Gordon is my type of player. He plays hard. He gives you everything he's got. I want him to work on his jump shot, and then he could probably move to the small forward position like Mark mentioned.
For me, it's not. I don't think it's as far apart as you guys think, because Aaron Gordon is really superly talented. This guy has been a double-double machine, literally. The shot is improving. Now, my question with Porzingis is that I think the frailty of his body right now scares me, because he's so thin that if he doesn't put on, I think, an extra 20, 30 pounds, that I worry will he have Yao Ming syndrome.
You worry about his longevity?
The longevity because of the feet. Big men with feet have foot problems. I mean,
all big men have feet, just to let you know.
Yeah, but the big man foot problems, Paul.
Right.
Thank you. I mean, you look at all the good big men in the last few years that have had foot injuries. Drew Zagauskas had foot problems that pretty much killed his career. Yao Ming was really one of the best setters in the NBA, had foot problems.
These guys are heavier than Porzingis, though.
But look at Brook Lopez has had foot problems.
He's heavier.
Now Marc Gasol has foot problems.
He's heavier. These are bigger guys.
But Porzingis is 240 supposedly. Now I'm putting the quotation marks out there. Right. If you're watching me on your live stream, that right now he's 240. He looks like, to me, when I saw him in November, like he was about 280, 215 on a good day. I question the up and downness of that. And Aaron Gordon, to me, has so much untapped talent. I don't think he's a 3 in the NBA like Mark says he is. I think he is a 4. I think he's a mismatch at 4.
He can be.
But I don't think he can't guard threes. He just can't guard threes. I think he does.
I think he can, though, because he's athletic enough to do it, and he's quick enough to do it.
Mm-hmm. I think he's that guy. He's that rare guy, and Melo's one of these rare guys that can play both. Gordon is one of those rare guys that can play 3 or 4, but he's got to develop his offensive game enough to play at the 3. Right now, I mean, he's fine at the 4, but if he's going to take the next step, he's really got to work on his jumper. He's got to work on his overall offensive ability if he's going to go far in the league.
Like I said, young guys are always tough to manage, but with Porzingis and Gordon's age being so close, I thought it'd be a good comparison because Aaron Gordon is very underrated.
It's fair. Listen, it's not as far apart as me and Mark made it seem, but I just think the easy choice there is Porzingis because of the size and the position. I mean, you're comparing 2 power forwards. I'm going to take Porzingis at power forward over Gordon at power forward right now. And you're right. Gordon has a lot of untapped potential. That athleticism is freaky. I mean, we saw it in the dunk contest. The guy is awesome.
Yeah, and he was awesome in Summer League.
Yeah, very.
Yes.
Defensively, I mean, he can guard the 3 or 4. So I really like Gordon. I just want to see more development before I can say, yeah, I'd take him over Porzingis.
It's understandable. It's one of those things where, you think about it. Speaking of things, thinking about it, another story that's been going on this week in the NBA is Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. Kevin Durant was reportedly saying he will leave Oklahoma City if they don't make the NBA Finals. I think it's kind of a broken record, but I know. Well, we got to talk about it because it's been talk all week about it, so we won't take too much time about it. We'll take more about it when we get back from the break, but we don't want to start off before we go. But Kevin Durant, for me, I don't think this is a story right now.
No, it's not.
Are we running out of stories right now to talk about if we're talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James being unhappy right now? Because
exactly. And you just said it. There's not a whole lot going on. The Warriors are playing so well that the NBA is boring. The Spurs the same thing. So let's talk about how dysfunctional the Cavs are and LeBron might leave. And let's talk about how Kevin Durant doesn't have a shot in the West, so he might leave. I mean, so we're really just pulling words out or, pulling stories out of the air like it's Bluetooth. I mean, there's just all these things floating around in the air. Okay, let's grab that one and talk about it. Let's grab this one and talk about it. So, I mean, for me, I don't think these are stories right now. I mean, over the summertime, let's talk about it because then it's relevant. Right now, it's not relevant.
We're going to take a break here on Full Court Press Radio here on Sports Talk 1080 The Team. When we get back, we're going to talk about the Portland Trailblazers. We're talking about teams that we don't talk about very often, teams that are shocking. We'll go a little bit about Portland and not just Damian Lillard. We're going to find out, I'm going to ask the guys, why are the Blazers winning? What player, other than Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, have gotten the Blazers to a record that's above 500? This is Full Court Press Radio here on Sports Talk 1080 The Team. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be back at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we have a Twitter account. Do you?
Twitter?
The conversation doesn't stop at Sports Talk Florida. Pure Sports Talk.
Here we go.
This is your NFL connection all year long. Sports Talk 1080, The Team. Pure Sports Talk. WHOO Kissimmee. Lock us in. Sports Talk 1080, The Team. Orlando. Powered by SportsTalkFlorida.com. Orlando's longest-running and most favorite sports host, Tuck and O'Neill, on Sports Talk 1080 The Team, where they just sound better on the radio on Orlando's new sports alternative.
Start with the conference championships as Green Bay is routing Wright State in the Horizon 60-43. That one has about 9 minutes to go in the second. Fairleigh Dickinson trying to upset Wagner in the NEC. Leads 53-49, 10 minutes and change to go in the game. Earlier in the day, Calvin Johnson made it official, retiring from the NFL after 9 seasons, over 11,000 receiving yards. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Colts have re-signed Adam Vinatieri. This one just coming in. Panthers, they've re-signed Charles Johnson, 1 year, $3 million. The only player in Panthers history with more career sacks than Charles Johnson is Julius Peppers. The Dolphins and Mario Williams have reportedly agreed on a 2-year deal for about $8 million per year. As always, if you want more scores, go to NBCSportsRadio.com. I'm Keith Irizarry. This is NBC Sports Radio and the mobile app.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free.
Wow, free? Really? Web.com?
Yep, and in just 7 days. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Web.com can build your website for free in as little as 7 days. If after 30 days you're happy with your website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for just one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing. Call now 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815. There is no upfront charge for building the website, after which the monthly fee applies. Rights to the website are relinquished upon cancellation unless otherwise purchased. Call now 1-800-535-8815.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on. YippieKiYayBlues.com.
Are you looking for a fun place to eat great seafood and watch live sports? Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar offers boiled crawfish, live lobster, shrimp, crab legs, clams, mussels, oysters, and live blue crab in a house specialty sauce, po' boy sandwiches, and more. You can eat all of that, enjoy one of our specialty drinks from our full bar, and watch the game on one of our 16 TVs. Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar, 7365 West Colonial Drive, on the corner of Colonial and Dorsher Road. Call 407-757-2165 and tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Welcome to LateNightParents.com. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education field, and we even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. That's LateNightParents.com.
How I'm supposed to love you if you did not love
yourself. Yeah, I know you independent, but you still gon' need some help. I still got love for the ones I lost. I never got a chance to return that call. I've been out of town, I left that summer in the same damn car. I ain't made it that far. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marcellus Javon, head designer for